Chapter 11, Special Chapter, The Art of Sacrifice. Now Uncle will come in a special way, that is, pick up the knowledge set that I has obtained and bring it to us. Then let us think for ourselves. Why did Uncle see that? Now it's a bit short. From the previous chapter, we know that the cause of prosperity is sacrifice. Many people who have considered and agree with the truth would just end here. For those who haven't seen it yet, consider it. Any doubts, keep thinking. If you find something, exchange it. But if the person who feels it sees that it's true, that sacrifice is really prosperous, then the end, no doubt there are no deeper questions. It shows that we ourselves still asking questions. Thinking by myself, still not fluent, must have someone to guide, continue. But if we have a question, then why does sacrifice occur in people? Because of sacrifice, some people have it, some people don't. What is the reason for the sacrifice? One way Uncle used to consider this, learned from following the footsteps of Lord Buddha, is to ask why, go deeper and deeper until seeing the underlying cause. It can be as deep as an individual can go. When it's deep enough to benefit the present, we can use it and stop considering for now. Let's observe carefully. When we ask why, it doesn't go deeper, but it makes us paddle around in a basin getting nowhere. It's like a snake eating its tail. In this case, we don't understand the underlying cause. It shows that the direction of our why question is wrong. It doesn't delve into the root of the problem. Uncle has guided our thinking a lot already. He brings a set of knowledge for us to consider. A person who sacrifices must comprise two basic qualities. 1. Being a JD person. 2. Being a payer person. JD here means the heart that is the abode of the four from we have four that Lord Buddha analyzed well, comprised of metta, loving kindness, kruna, compassion, mudita, sympathetic joy, zubeka, equanimity. The most difficult is zubeka. The definitions of pramiha 4 in the brackets are common translations that are used to give a general understanding, but they are not the definitions that I use. This is because these definitions do not help us to see our own Kyles. Uncle will write my own definitions in another book that will be more detailed and specific. In this book I will explore the Kyles in more depth and show how they can be overcome. Paya, the meaning here, is the state of seeing the world as it really is. There is no bias from Kyles without any Kyles mixing in. Let's just understand what these Kyles that mix in look like for now can be considered as having the ability to consider yourself. Because if we see what's mixing in, we have a chance to take that out one day. When the result of having Paya is the ability to solve problems. If there's less Kyles involved, one can solve the problem closer to its true cause. The cause that leads to Paya is that the mind sit is responsible for the future of. A sense of responsibility determines the scale of our Paya. If there's responsibility for one's own future, the Paya is of one size. If it's greater, the Paya increases. When we do not have a deep insight into Paya, it causes problems such as we elect people with a reason of Paya, when we choose someone who's a conscious sense of responsibility for the future of own family to run the country. This will cause problems as the Paya is not sufficient. Or to make it more personal, we choose a lover who does not even have a sense of responsibility for their own future, and then we entrust our life with them. In this way, suffering will arise because if they don't have the Paya to solve their own problems, how can they solve the problems of two people? Therefore, when the uncle says that pure love leads to Paya, it gives us something to think about further. Anyone who is curious about this matter, let's continue to consider it. About love, just a little bit, it's something like this for now. If I were to explain love, I would have to write another book altogether because it's a complex subject. And as the uncle said in the introduction, we are all born from love, even though the love that gives birth to each of us is different. Now we have a set of knowledge to consider whether it's true or not. Whether it's about being a person who sacrifices must be JD and have Paya, really. And the definitions of two new words, JD and Paya. May we enjoy accessing knowledge. End of another special episode. Uncle My JD. P.S. The next chapter there will be an important question to determine the destiny of life. If anyone has finished considering the above matter, you can try to find this question. Invite you to have fun and think about it. Farewell for now, once again. Uncle My JD. Chapter 12, Life's Question Number 1. A question at the heart. Currently writing. Let's start with happiness, shall we? Should I write it down? Let the readers think first about what should be asked to be a question at the heart. I've heard this question quite often. It has become a cliché. Try to find it, and then I'll write it for you to read. If anyone has read up to here, try to read it again. The picture will become clearer. Then try to see, from the picture we look at, why do we see it differently from before? Where have we shifted? That's it for now. I'll keep you posted. Good luck to everyone. Uncle My JD. Uncle has a special article that I wants us to read. Turn to the next page.